Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Nick here, back with a brand new video. Today we're going to be discussing XRP, talking about some, some cool stuff, kind of going in depth on why I think that today could be one of the biggest days for not only XRP, but the entire crypto space in whole. But before we jump in, I do want to emphasize the idea that my channel now has the member option. So if you guys do want to get paid knowledge instead of free knowledge all the time, because trust me, I'm not going to stop doing the free videos, the free Discord, all that stuff. I'm going to continue with the free content, but I do want to stress the idea that I do now have paid content as well. If you guys are interested in more in-depth stuff, like for an example, I do plan on doing pretty much an insight into my portfolio where I tell you guys what I'm holding, what I'm buying, what I see is the next kind of 10x, 100x, etc. And I'm going to give that away in terms of a paid membership pretty much monthly, and really go in depth on it, as well as hold one-on-one meetings with you guys as well in the Discord. But before we also jump in, I do want to say, if you guys do want more free knowledge, you could follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial, and you could also join the Discord down in the description below. And if you guys do like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on, because I'm giving away free knowledge continuously, and also updating you guys once I see something interesting. So, with that being said, let's jump into this. So, we got a pushback in terms of the Sunshine Act meeting. Now, this doesn't involve the overall case that's going on today. We are going to be in that call, but I do want to really talk to you guys about this because this is also a big key portion of pretty much this entire case as well. But it got rescheduled about 4 times now, and it's honestly getting to the point where it's frustrating. It's actually kind of ridiculous. There's no need to really push it back this many times. It's kind of just, I would say, underwhelming. It's basically the SEC just playing games at this point. Now, they will be holding, I think they're still going to be holding a meeting today, but it's not going to be anything special overall. But the entire Sunshine Act meeting, which is that closed meeting that we were talking about pretty much like 3 weeks ago now, has been pushed back until March or May 27th. I apologize. But yeah, I mean, I think this is absolutely ridiculous. I think that the SEC is just kind of playing games at this point. They're kind of making a mockery overall. But it's okay because, honestly, with this SEC case, I think that Ripple has it, hands down. I think it's a 90-10. Easy decision for Ripple and XRP to really win and, break the shackles for XRP so that it could really fly and really move. Like I said, the top 3 asset, I think that it's going to reclaim the top 3 seat very soon. And I honestly do think that it's going to flip Bitcoin in terms of market cap this bull run as well. Which, I mean, hey, you guys could call it hopium, you guys could call it whatever you want. But honestly, from a TA standpoint, I think that $22 plus is very achievable, which would bring it to about a $1 trillion market cap overall. Now, if you guys don't think that $1 trillion in terms of the market cap is not possible for XRP, then obviously you guys are new here. I already talked to you guys about why I think that $1 trillion plus in terms of market cap is nothing for crypto projects, because when we look at like the derivatives market, that's $1 quadrillion. It's just ridiculous. I mean, listen, these projects have real use cases. We already talked about the main use case of XRP being the bridge for all these CBDCs, as well as pretty much all finances. And we already talked about as well as HBAR. I mean, I think HBAR and XRP are both $1 trillion assets at the end of the day. Anybody who thinks other, that's totally fine. We all have opinions in this game. Opinions are, 100% accepted. I totally understand. But like I said, you don't have to agree with me 100%. You guys could do your own thing as well. I'm just here to really give you guys my point of view on things, as well as really go in depth on them, as well as really talk to you guys about that. But nonetheless, we have this tweet from Jeremy Hogan. Now, this is regarding today's call. Now, like I said, I'm going to be in this call. If you guys do want to join this call, it's limited to 4,000 people, I believe. and they do fill up very fast. I remember the initial call; it was pretty much maxed out within like 5 minutes of being in the call. Now the number is here for the USA and international, and Jeremy does pretty much warn you guys, if you guys are calling internationally, be aware of phone charges. But he says, SEC versus Ripple hearing let the judge know that there was, is, and will be much public interest in this case, not only because it affects XRP, but because it affects the entire crypto industry. Friday at 2 p.m. If dialing international, be aware of phone charges. And honestly, I do 100% believe this. I mean, it is entirely massive for the crypto industry. And I really can't emphasize that enough, because overall, if we look at it, I mean, if XRP becomes the first cryptocurrency to gain regulatory clarity, then that's massive for every other project in this space. Yes, it will hurt a lot of people, because you'll see, projects get swallowed up by the clarity aspect. So a lot of projects will no longer be able to be traded. And they'll actually kind of disappear, if you will, because they will essentially be banned and also taken off of exchanges, pretty much similar to the delisting of XRP that we've seen. But yeah, I mean, the good thing about it is regulations come into the space, more adoption. We see, institution pretty much buyers on board. They're going to be pretty much, saying, hey, we now have regulations in the space. We could really trust these assets now. We could implement them into, worldwide systems where we're using it in terms of payments. We're using it to process things. We're using it to efficiently scale things with like HBAR and stuff. So I think this is massive overall for crypto. I think it adds a trust aspect to it. It's no longer looked at as a joke. I mean, that's the main point for me to be really mad at these, billionaires like Elon Musk and Mark Cuban that are shilling Dogecoin. It honestly just makes, crypto look like a joke. It's almost like a laughing stock, and I just hate that. And if you're, pro crypto, or if you've been in crypto for a decent amount of time, then you could pretty much bet that you should be mad as well, because seeing something like Dogecoin be at the top of the market in terms of pretty much market cap, hitting like the number 4 spot, almost 3. I mean, that's just ridiculous at the end of the day. When you're betting on influencers and stuff to really show your coin, to really pump the price, that's just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. We already know what XRP does. The utility's there. We don't really need anybody to shill it. That's why I always hated the idea of everybody saying, let's see if Elon Musk could tweet out about XRP. We don't need that. Honestly, we really don't. We don't even need Coinbase. We don't need major listings either. Now, yes, they will help, but we don't need Coinbase. We don't need major exchanges. We already know that we can move without it. That's why we hit $1.98. We don't need those exchanges at all, because I know that was one argument that somebody replied to me on Twitter about, and I even mentioned the fact that, listen, we don't need it. We did it already without them. We could do it again. So I thought that was very interesting, though, to really read about this, because it is massive for the entire industry. It's massive for anybody who's in this industry now. Again, I can't tell you guys enough that we are still early in crypto. Our market cap right now is at, if I refresh this just to make sure that we're updated fully, is at about a $1.8 trillion market cap. And like I said, I think $7 to $10 trillion is easily achievable for the market cap overall. We're still seeing assets like XRP being at 53 billion in terms of market cap, which is nothing overall. I think HBAR is actually still, HBAR is still at 50. I'm expecting that to be a top 10 asset by the end of this bull run, 100%. But for the most part, we're still very early. Now, in terms of Bitcoin, I wouldn't say that we're still pretty early in terms of that, because my topping point is about 75 to 85K. After this dip, we could go a little bit higher to like 130K possibly. But I'm not really seeing it. I'm still seeing 75 to 85K. But I do want to talk to you guys about a recent, I think it was actually on CNN or CNBC. I can't really remember. But Rosie Rios, who is the previous treasurer of the United States, was actually talking with a news reporter regarding her board seat on Ripple. And her response was, she thinks that the train already left the station. And she actually mentioned here, we have a quote: Rosie Rios joined the Ripple board because XRP is one of the few cryptocurrencies that have a credible and legitimate use case. Crypto left standing after the Fed stops printing and regulation is in place will be very, very exciting. And honestly, guys, if the previous treasurer is saying that XRP is one of the few cryptocurrencies that have a credible and legitimate use case, keyword is legitimate, then I don't understand what else we could really talk about that makes you bullish, because this is a previous government worker who worked with the government. Her name's on the $100 bill, and she's saying that, listen, at the end of the day, XRP is the only real cryptocurrency out there that has a credible and legitimate use case. Again, a lot of these utility assets are like that. QNT, Flare. We also have HBAR, of course, TEL as well. I mean, there's a lot of projects out there that are very bullish in terms of utility, and I think this is only the beginning. I think that a lot of these projects are going to be really seeing the light of day in terms of having these, pretty much important individuals talking about it overall, because I could almost guarantee you that she will not be the only government, I would say previous government employee to talk about Ripple in this way, because I think Ripple is going to see a ton of support very soon from a lot of people once this SEC case is really blown out of the way. And I just want to talk to you guys about that. We're still seeing adoption coming in. Lulu Exchange, we are proud to announce our partnership with Ripple and the National Bank of Egypt to enhance real-time payments from UAE to Egypt that are faster and more affordable than ever before. Step into any of our 83 branches in the UAE to know more. Ripple, Lulu Exchange at Ripple. And guys, I really want to talk to you guys about this, because we're seeing, adoption happening even during the worst times for, XRP. We're still seeing the team building out. We're still seeing them scale in terms of just, mass adoption and partnerships. And I mean, it just doesn't get any better than this, because we know that Ripple's not stopping. We know that they're not giving up. They have the team. They have, the legal team as well to really, fight the SEC. And we've noticed that. We've seen it. We've already experienced it overall. And guys, it's honestly just the beginning. Like I said, I can't tell you how many times I looked at this chart and just said, we're 37 days in terms of this consolidation. If we look here, now this isn't to make you guys be frustrated or anything like that, but it was 63 days before we seen this real big pump. And I want to talk to you guys about the fact that it could be another 60 days before we see another push up. Now, where would that land us in terms of where, we would pretty much be? We would be at about, June 20th, which is a decent day, or around that time or that was 67, sorry, 63. So this would be the 16th of June. I was actually thinking about HBAR with, 67 days, but that would bring us to about, the middle of June. Like I mentioned, that was my big key component, or I would say target, in terms of where I see XRP really launching next. And again, this isn't a race. This is a slow build up before we get that major breakout. This isn't a get rich quick scheme for anybody who is new here. This is something that you're investing in real projects. I do want to talk to you guys about the idea that, we need to stop putting crypto on a pedestal in terms of, hey, I'm going to put in this much money and become a millionaire at the end of the year. We should never be looking at that like that. I mean, these are solid projects that in long-term aspects could make us a ton of cash. It could make us rich. But it should never just be for that. Being a part of something as big as XRP or HBAR, QNT, TEL, even Flare, it's one of those things that it's not every day that you see a project like XRP come out and you being able to be a part of it, because this is something that's a game changer. This is going to shake the entire financial system. It's something that we've never seen before. It's something that could grant generational wealth and really change people's lives long term, short term, midterm. And I just, I really don't know what else to tell you guys to really tell you that I am bullish on this project. I'm massively bullish on this project. I've been holding for so long, and I continue to hold because this is one of those projects that, like I said, is a stress-free hold, and it always will be for me. And right now, we are seeing, Bitcoin do its thing. It's ranging a little bit. Now, if we do go to, we'll do the 1 hour here. We did get a little bit of a dip down. I think it was actually around here. Yeah, down to like 39.3. I just want to warn everybody that it's nothing too crazy. Like even this dip down to 38K is nothing. I said if we break down below 36K, yeah, we will go lower. We could see 34K. 34K is a possibility. But once we break over 45K, it's off to the races to 50 plus. I'm still very bullish. I'm still thinking we're still in a bull run. I mentioned even on my Twitter, if we come here to my profile and look at my media, 1 second, we could see here that I mentioned that I think that we're still in the hope phase. Now, I know a lot of people are claiming that, we're in anxiety, we're in denial, we're in panic. Everybody thought that we were here because of Bitcoin falling a little bit. But I just want to talk to you guys about the fact that I think that we're in the hope phase, not just because of the dates down here or anything like that, but because we could be pretty much here in terms of having these alts that are running up a little bit, but we could be seeing something like this, and I really think that we're not even close to the peak right now. I think right now we're still in that hope phase, around that hope phase, maybe even into the optimism phase. But yeah, I mean, I'm just seeing it from recent market cycles. I think that we're just beginning. I think that we're going to run until pretty much December, almost January as well. Pretty much following the same structure of the 2017 and 2018 bull run. And if we are following the same structure, which it looks very, very similar to the pattern, then we are very early in this bull run. And it's crazy to think about that because we've already seen some massive pushes up for assets like Matic, even XRP technically. A lot of these projects already did, 10x almost. So that it's crazy to think that, yeah, we could technically still be here if we're following that same 2017, 2018, pattern. And if we see something like this for most of these alts, I mean, it's not crazy to think 50 plus for XRP or 50 plus for HBAR either. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on to be the first ones in line for any videos that come out. But nonetheless, this has been Nick. Peace out.